In this video, we will name the best local rivalry in English football.
As an outsider looking in, no one cares about Chelsea.
Do you think West Brom Wolves is important to anyone more than 100,000
Everyone in the country knows that's a massive derby. Everyone in the country
cares. Nobody cares. It's the most insignificant derby in the country.
That isn't the point. That isn't the point.
What's happening, everyone, and welcome to WHFC, brought to you by Final One Standing, football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game. On this episode, we're playing a game of Final One Standing to name the best local rivalry in English football. It should be fun. It should be fun. I think this should be.
If you got the right derbies on there, yeah.
I mean, we're gonna. There's certainly a place for.
Is it derby or rivalry? Can I specify?
I think it's rivalry. It's definitely rivalry.
Okay.
It isn't just intercity derby. What you mean by derby is same city, right?
No, derby is like distance, isn't it?
So it's local rivalries. It's local rivalries.
Okay.
And obviously there'll be a point. I think we've all got these little ones that matter to us, like Chelsea certainly do. I know West Brom do. So there'll be a place where we can bring them up. But we'll start with.
So mad you're trying to compare yours to ours, but yeah, all right.
We'll start with Arsenal versus Tottenham or Liverpool versus Everton. Like, what metrics are we using here? Like, what are we basing it on?
Hatred.
If it's
intensity.
If it's on hatred.
So we're not basing it on the football.
I think the football does have to come into it. Liverpool, Everton is like. Also, they used to like sit next to each other in the stand.
They used to.
They're all like friends and stuff.
They used to. But I think it's got.
And also Liverpool.
I
think a lot of Liverpool fans care more about United. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for them, but. When you have multiple rivalries as well, I think that does take it away. Whereas Arsenal's just Spurs, and I know you think Chelsea Spurs, but Spurs care more about Arsenal than Chelsea.
It's I don't know. It's a different type of fixture. I think it's a different type of fixture. I mean, you are born and bred to hate Arsenal, like you are. It's in the blood. Like you hate Arsenal as a Spurs fan, and I think obviously geographically we're closer, obviously, than I think Chelsea are slightly. Not that it really makes a difference, but still. I think when it comes to hatred, Arsenal is a very hotly contested one. Also, I think with things that have happened over the years, like letting them win the league.
Sol Campbell.
At White Hart Lane. Sol Campbell. Like, there's just so much hatred in that. There is so much hatred in ours, though, with Chelsea Spurs, but that's not always been the case. I'd say that's been in maybe the last.
I think 67, the Cockney Cup final. First time it was an All London Cup final is when that started.
I love Rory's got the history on it. It's brilliant.
Well, yeah, I think out of those two, I'd go North London Derby. Because also they historically they're like the best games as well. Liverpool Everton has tended to be so one-sided.
Yeah, I think Liverpool Everton has got a lot more heated in recent years. You are right. When I remember being young, and you'd see Everton score, and you'd see people celebrating in the home end. Like, it did feel like it was more of a friendly derby. Yeah. That isn't the case anymore.
They definitely wouldn't call it a friendly derby.
Yeah, I think I am being a bit pedantic with the whole sitting next to each other in the stands. I think that is fierce. I don't know.
But I think the games is a big thing because there's been some crackers between Arsenal and Spurs. They're like the draws with loads of goals,
and they tend to be the same or have been the same-ish level for a while.
Yeah.
I know it's not the case now, but
if you think of iconic moments, play a game with me, right? I'm going to say the fixture. You got to say one moment, right? Arsenal Tottenham. What comes to your mind immediately?
David Bentley.
Bentley. I know. Okay, Everton Liverpool. What comes to your mind immediately?
Gerrard when he did all that, when he scored.
Do you know what I always think? Everton Liverpool. I don't know why. I always think of Phil Jagielka. Remember that? It's such a Phil Jagielka never comes into my thinking ever, apart from twice a year when this fixture happens.
Or like even the Yunus Kabul goal, I think. The Emirates.
Yeah, Aaron Lennon.
Or when
the geezer ran on the pitch.
Or when Arsenal
won
the league. Twice, I think.
There's loads.
There's been some amazing games.
They're too good. They're too good rivalries.
Yeah, Harry Kane in the mask.
Yeah, in the mask. Yeah.
Or you could even Spurs losing at the Emirates twice, 5-2, back to back. Like,
who scored an amazing goal in this fixture, right? Do you remember Eric Lamella's where it was like a snooker shot?
It
was like a snooker, he stung the ball.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think it is Arsenal Tottenham here.
Lost that game.
Yeah.
I think I'd edge it. I don't know.
Rivalry, definitely.
You literally said it feels
more. The point that you made at the very beginning, I think, is the most accurate. If Everton and Man United were going for the league, Liverpool would want Everton to win the league.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
There is never a world where Tottenham would want Arsenal to win the league. It wouldn't matter who was going for the league.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas there is a world where...
Yeah. I think, I'd go North London Derby.
Okay, North London Derby progresses. Next up's Chelsea Tottenham.
North London Derby next.
No, there is a lot of hatred in this as well. It's a different type of hatred.
It's quite funny because you just don't
I
know
hate
what you're
onions,
talking
but
about.
we're not having me against onions
funny,
on this. Like, it's just not
No,
like
but you present this, but you don't know what you're talking
I
about.
do. It's not.
Isn't it?
It's
Isn't
not
it
like
Fulham? Chelsea Fulham.
Yeah, exactly. That shouldn't even be on there, in my opinion, but it's on there.
It's a big derby.
Okay, but
It's not.
It is.
It's really
is.
not.
it's funny how convinced you are you're right when you're really
You're
wrong.
But it's not because Tottenham's biggest derby is Arsenal. Everyone knows that up and down the country. Everyone knows Villa's biggest derby is Blues. Everyone knows Albion's biggest derby is Wolves. Everyone knows Bristol Rovers and Bristol City. Everyone knows Pompey, Southampton. Everyone knows Ipswich, Norwich. No one other than you two sets of fans care or
Other
think.
than the two people who go and know
So as an outsider looking in, no one cares about Chelsea.
Do you think West Brom Wolves is important to anyone more than 100,000
Everyone in
people
the country knows that's a massive derby. Everyone in the
Nobody
country.
cares.
If you did a survey of
Nobody
country,
cares. It's the most insignificant derby in the country.
That isn't the point. That isn't
What's
the
the
point.
point?
The point is, everyone in the
What's the
country
bigger derby?
would say Albion Wolves is a bigger derby than Chelsea.
I'd agree with that.
But the difference is, nobody would deny that when West Brom play Wolves, it's a serious game, it's serious history. What I would never do to you, though, is go, that's insignificant because you know more about it than me. What's weird here is you're telling me about the Chelsea-Tottenham rivalry when I've probably been to...
Oh, no. What I'm telling
but
you, I'm
you're
telling
in it,
you as an outsider.
Yeah, same as
It's
an outsider.
insignificant.
Okay,
Everyone
but as an
else.
outsider, West Brom Wolves...
But it's not because you know that's our main derby.
Portsmouth Southampton is insignificant to everybody in the country.
It's not, though.
No,
It's
not
not.
on-
It's really not. Everyone knows that's their main derby.
No,
That's the South Coast derby.
we know it's big to them.
And everyone... Yes,
Yeah,
precisely.
we know it's big to them.
But objectively,
everyone knows that's the main derby.
and what,
from
you
the
don't
South
think people
Coast.
think that Chelsea-Tottenham is a heavy game?
I think, yeah, people know it's a derby and rivalry, but everyone recognises actually Spurs care more about Arsenal. That's their rivalry.
Yeah.
I think it's also a recent thing, right? In terms of the rest of the Premier League going, okay, that's a big one between you two. That's a recent thing between the players clashing recently within the last 5 years.
That's what I meant before. I think it's...
And that's from a perception of a fan of another team, right? Whereas you guys have been in it, fair enough. But you'd look at West Brom Wolves, we know that. I know for a fact that is a fierce derby.
I feel like
fierce
nobody
rivalry.
really knows what they're talking about.
Spurs' main derby and main rivalry is Arsenal. So we're not having their secondary derby coming into
We
this.
do have quite a lot, though, because everyone hates us.
I just think it's just... I can't believe this is even
Spurs West Ham is a
debate.
big derby.
To you?
Yeah,
West
but
Ham, sorry, not Spurs.
Not to everyone else in the country, though. Like, no one recognise... No one will... Everyone will go, yeah, London derby, yeah, they don't like
But you know
each
when
other.
you're saying...
When
everyone thinks it.
When
It's
Spurs,
mental.
when
You're
Spurs
telling
play
me-
Arsenal, everyone in the country knows
North
that's the North London
Big.
derby. Big, massive.
Agreed,
Everyone cares
agreed,
about
but
that.
what you also say is that when Chelsea play Tottenham, no one knows.
I
Which
didn't
is
say that. That's not
you're
what I
like,
said.
no one knows.
That isn't what I said.
That's literally what you've just
No, I
been saying.
didn't.
It's literally.
It's the secondary derby. Spurs' secondary derby. The same way Villa Albion's our secondary derby. No one in the country would even probably view that as a big derby,
No.
but to us it is.
No, we'd view Wolves West Brom though.
Exactly.
No, but you could still.
But we don't view Spurs Chelsea as that.
But you can still see that you can have multiple derbies if you
Yes.
if you exist in a metropolis
I
like
agree.
London.
But the rivalry's not.
But the
as
rivalry's
intense
not the
as North
primary
London
one,
derby.
so it's not the same
And
as
it's
North
versus
London.
the North London derby. So I'd say the North London derby is a fiercer rivalry, in my opinion, as someone looking from the outside.
I obviously can concede that this is Arsenal Tottenham, but what I think is weird is just the dismissal of the Chelsea fixture.
Because it's not close as a derby, as an outsider.
Yeah, sometimes as an outsider you should hold your hands up and go, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I do. I know you don't like each other. I know you hate each other, but the other one's bigger.
Okay, I probably think that the Arsenal one is bigger, but I also think that Chelsea and Tottenham is a rivalry worthy of acknowledgement. Where do you sit on it?
I think they're different. I think they're very different derbies, personally. I think that, like I said before, you are, as a Spurs fan, you always are taught you hate Arsenal, and the feeling is vice versa. You are also taught you hate Chelsea, by the way. That is the same thing. I think that over the last probably 15 years, we're not talking about like firms outside and like what's gone on in the past at different games, etc. But I'm talking about just the feeling on the pitch and in the stadium. I think that where Spurs have become more competitive under the likes of a Pochettino, for example, when we were kind of going toe-to-toe at times with Chelsea in a title race, if we can call it that, I think that that's when it intensified. When we think of Battle of the Bridge, for example, there is a lot of hatred between Spurs and Chelsea. We see that every time we play each other, usually someone is sent off. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Arsenal is different because you know that hatred is there.
So you know when you play Arsenal,
Yeah.
the night before the morning, are you more nervous for that or when you play Chelsea?
I know I'm going to lose in both, so I don't really get nervous anymore, mate.
But you, do you know, it is interesting you say that, and you might be right, like the genesis of it might be that. But what I thought was interesting, Hazard, Fabregas, they both were desperate for Tottenham to not win the league. Like Hazard spoke about, you know, the goal that he scored to stop them winning the league, the goal that he scored in the 2-2 draw. He spoke about his desperation to make sure that Tottenham didn't win the league.
Also-
he can only have learned that from his understanding.
But again, you're missing the point. No one's denying it's not a rivalry.
But what I would say is that, for example, in that Battle of the Bridge, that one you just mentioned, obviously at the moment Arsenal are more likely to obviously go and win the league. If you said to me I had two, what is a lesser evil for me, Chelsea winning the league or Arsenal, obviously I would pick Chelsea to win it all day long.
Oh, there you go. Obviously,
Yeah.
there you go.
But I would still rather neither one. But if I
want
had
Villa
to
win the league, but it's not even close between Villa and
yeah,
Wolves.
you
I guess.
have. So the
point.
rivalry between Spurs and Arsenal is bigger because it is what it is.
There
But
we go.
there is still a lot of hatred on and off the pitch with Spurs and Chelsea. But you are right that it is the secondary one.
Okay.
He is right in that.
Yeah, I think it was always.
We got there
it was
in
just
the
worth
end.
talking about rather than going
got there
right
in the
Chelsea
end.
next. I think that all it
Because
was.
as we've just discussed, it's not close.
Okay, let's vote. Is it Arsenal Tottenham or Chelsea Tottenham?
Arsenal top.
North London derby.
North London derby next.
Yeah.
Agreed. Okay, next up, is it Arsenal Tottenham or Manchester United Man City?
I think again, because of the Liverpool thing, I think I'd still edge it
It's still,
North London,
I
but
still think it's North London derby.
because I think a lot of United fans hate Liverpool more.
Agree.
Yeah, they do. They do that, but in terms of intercity rivalries, it's intense. And it's
It's
got a
very-
lot more intense
It
over the
is,
last
but
10,
Yeah.
15
I don't
years.
think there's.
It's not the same level of
I know of a lot of Man United fans who would rather City win the league than Liverpool.
Neither.
I think most would think that.
Yeah.
That's my
Nah,
point.
but I think
So
that there's a point now where, because City have had a massive amount of investment, that they are more competitive, whereas Liverpool were always the traditional rivals because they actually won stuff.
I think
which
it depends on your
again-
age as well, doesn't it?
I think
Yeah.
it does, yeah. And City is starting to be a little bit more nasty, whereas Liverpool has always been that way.
Yeah.
It's always been, the energy's always been toxic as anything outside those games, which is great. But in this instance, I would probably go with Spurs,
Yeah.
Arsenal, because of the fact that over time, this rivalry's been improving, similar to the old Chelsea Spurs one that we've previously
I
spoken about.
think no, Manchester Derby's bigger than
the bits.
Spurs, Chelsea. Christ.
But Manchester Derby's big, but I'd say because of the rivalry between Spurs and Arsenal, go with that
North
one.
London derby still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Man United Man City, obviously because of Man City's brilliance over the past decade or so. What was it?
They had some success in the early 2000s, though, City against United.
They did, yeah, right, Phillips and that. But
Go-
in
all
terms
that,
of
yeah, they had-
in terms of when City weren't very good, how intense was it then? Do you-
Yeah, it's still pretty intense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like we are better than them. If they win it, it makes their season. If we win it, we just go on to win
Doesn't
league
it
title.
depend on? I think Scholes on about this once. He said I hate City way more, but I think Neville hates.
Mancunian
I
as
think
well,
it depends
innit?
where you're from, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I think that's part of it. And it's also when you were there, right? When I was growing up, City were rubbish, and Liverpool were really good, and that's the game that was more. There was more to it. There was
Yeah.
more intensity to it. There's more moments to it. Where you look at when you speak about that Manchester derby, or City going to go, oh, the 6-1, or these smaller moments closer to the time we are right now. Whereas Liverpool United, you get so much stuff you
Yeah.
can go back on in terms of the
It's
intensity.
like, and it's like history based.
Yeah, absolutely. But they were looking for that fixture. We were looking for the Liverpool fixture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
To
yeah.
sum
yeah.
it up.
Okay, so is it Arsenal Tottenham or Man United Man City?
I'll go North London again.
Yeah.
I would say United's rivalry with Leeds is probably more fierce than their rivalry with
so it's
City.
definitely
so
Arsenal.
Go North London derby.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
actually.
So then it's Manchester United versus Liverpool or Arsenal versus Tottenham?
Oh, that's an easy one. The two most successful clubs in English football. That's put to a point of, again, moments.
It's not really the point of derby chat, though.
Yeah, but that's part of it, right? You have to consider that these are the two of the most successful
Do
clubs. that
derbies
hate
not
each other.
exist almost irrespective
Yeah.
of success?
Yeah, but the derby's City. This has become a thing with two cities getting to a level of hatred between themselves on match day.
It's the second. It's the whole secondary things though that just make me think. You've got City and Liverpool. How can you have? How can the hatred be so intense for 2. Surely,
but it's
surely
it's
the
more
one
for
for
Liverpool.
one.
Do you not
It's
have
more
enough
for
hate in your heart? Do you not have? Can you not?
Nice guy,
can you
innit?
not-
There's
No,
enough
no,
hate
I just
to
think
go
if
around.
you've got,
Yeah.
like, if
Do
you've
you not
got,
have enough hate to go around?
say you've got 100 hate
Maybe it's a
points.
London thing.
Say you've got 100
But
hate
what happens
points.
if you don't? What happens if you have 1,000 and you only have 100? Maybe these Man
The
United
percentages can still work the same, or I don't know if you know how maths works. But,
Smart,
but
man.
if you've got like 60 going towards, I don't know, 50 towards Liverpool, then 25 to City and 25 to Leeds.
Probably about right. No,
I just feel like that can't be the same as Spurs, where it's probably like 80 to Arsenal.
No,
and
but-
Arsenal's probably 100 to Spurs. Like that has to be
Does the
more
magnificence?
intense.
Dave's point initially.
Arsenal have no other rivals.
No.
Dave's
None.
point
And
initially.
they're the third biggest
Do
club
you
in the
know what?
country.
Also, I can't bear when, for example, Chelsea and Arsenal. Like, I don't really think it's a rivalry at all
I don't think they
because
claim
you do
that, do
business
they?
together. Like Spurs and Arsenal would. I mean, would
You did
never.
play. You did play a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, but that's
Which is
because
business.
of where we were
Yeah.
in the world.
Like those two, like Celtic Rangers never play a pre-season friendly.
No,
I just
but we're
think
gonna
it's
get
more
on to that.
intense with Spurs. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Beat
No,
them,
the
man.
Liverpool United games
Pre-season
are
friendly. Yeah,
very,
I
very
think
intense.
Dave's point at the beginning.
the City,
was-
the whole City things is a good point, but
Inter-city rivalry is interesting though because it's like it becomes political. and it's-
Scousers and Manx hate each other, don't
Yeah.
they?
Exactly, that builds to it,
Inherently, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
100%, I
inherently,
agree.
there's a lot more to
when,
it than
when
just that.
comparing these, Dave's point initially was Man United, Liverpool, the two most successful, the two biggest footballing institutions in the country.
It's also the most
How
watched
weighty
game
is
in the
that?
country, isn't it?
It's also the most watched game in the world, I think.
No, it's El Clasico.
It took over from El Clasico.
No, it didn't.
It did recently. It's when Ronaldo and Messi.
I'll take that
I
bet,
read
yeah.
this, but whatever.
But-
When Ronaldo and Messi
Ruben
left,
Amorim's
apparently it
Reds
changed.
beat Liverpool at Anfield as well. Crazy times.
I just, I don't know. I think, I don't really care, but I think
What's more poisonous in this? I've never been to either. I've never been to a North London derby. I've never been. You've obviously been.
Yeah,
through.
the thing is, it's you can feel it. It's electric.
The
You know, when you put
Liverpool-
your tongue out and you're like, this lightning's coming. It's like
Have
that
you ever
in
been
games.
to Anfield?
Not
away
done
end?
Anfield yet? Done Leeds
That'd be
away, and
interesting.
that is
That'd be interesting.
very, very good. And
I
hence
do
why I
think-
put the
and
Leeds
I
one.
don't want to make everything about violence and stuff, but like, they kick,
But I tell you what, we're
but
going to do it.
they kick off at 4 p.m. on a Sunday. It's like, well, that wouldn't happen, would it? Like that would never happen. Like that would never happen with Leeds United.
No, but at the same time,
That would never happen with Villa Blues, Albion Wolves, the Bristol, all them. They would
Chelsea,
never.
Tottenham.
They'd always kick
Doesn't
off.
happen to Chelsea
Never.
Tottenham. It happens Arsenal.
When was Battle of the Bridge? When they kick
It's a
off?
night game.
It was a night
There you
game.
go. That would never happen anyway. That would not be allowed.
On a bank holiday,
But,
actually.
But is that not to do
one
with
of the
TV as
best
well as-
derbies? I think.
Yeah, but the
we'll-
police wouldn't allow it.
No, but one of the
But they've
one of the
been
best
allowing
derbies
United.
that we'll agree on is Birmingham Villa. And the one that I always think of is
Third
when
City
is when at St Andrews,
Robbie
Birmingham,
Sam- yeah.
when Birmingham fans are on the pitch and they're letting off fireworks into
Yeah.
the Villa end.
And why do you think that?
It's a
Why do you
night
think
game.
they've never had a night game since? The police won't
How
allow
often
it.
they've been in the same league?
Well, they've played multiple times since then, but the police would just won't allow it.
Do you think this is a consideration, the quality of the fixture in terms of the product, the fixture quality? So generally speaking, Manchester United versus Liverpool it's a great fixture, but it's an uninspiring 90 minutes.
But you kind of want that, right? You want the war. You want the attrition.
But what you get in the North London derby, you know, when we spoke about this earlier, you go Lamella's mental goal, David Bentley's mental goal, Pires scoring in a 5-4. It's
It's
like
a bit more chaotic.
But then that's kind of the level, right? In
Yeah.
terms of we're talking about two of the teams that compete for titles. Let's take that season where you look at the Berbatov hat trick. So United go 2-0 up. Gerrard comes back twice. He kisses the camera. Then Berbatov scores a bicycle kick.
Yeah.
It's an incredible game of football. Or even you take the 4-1 at Old Trafford that Liverpool won, that United went on to win the league that season. That was a great game from a Liverpool perspective. There's loads of these games down the years. You're thinking, even the Rooney away goal to one of the first times United had beaten.
That was a
Liverpool in
terrible
ages.
game.
Terrible game, but like a great moment for the fans because it
Yeah.
is so intense.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it is that intensity and that you mentioned before. Which game are you nervous for? It's the Liverpool game.
it's not meant to be. It's not meant to
It's
be.
not meant to be a nice game.
It's meant to be hateful.
horrible.
And,
It's supposed to be
yeah.
a game where tackles fly in, the crowd gets up, people get booked. That is a derby for me, not a game where David Bentley scores, a banger, and then we all go home and celebrate.
no, but that wasn't the case. David
No,
Bentley
but
scored
the point is, there's like
it was a last
quality of
minute
the
win.
fixture
there's like
doesn't have an
I
impact.
think the nastiness is more important in the fixture.
I think
than
there's
the
a lot-
quality.
I don't-
You can have both. Though.
I think, yeah. Well, I think that you can't say there's not nastiness in Arsenal Spurs.
No,
Arsenal.
I think that it's a different nastiness, maybe.
When I'm just thinking about this on the pitch, Arsenal Tottenham
They
is
hit-
really good, isn't it? Like over the years, you think about so
Not
many
this
goals.
season, but yeah.
No, generally speaking, though, like over the
Yeah.
past 20 years.
No,
Whereas
it's unreal. It's an unreal fixture. It's an unreal game. Same way that it's a great game for a viewer to watch, which again, I know we've passed it, but Chelsea Spurs Chelsea, it is a great game, like, to watch in terms of hatred and chaoticness and everything you want from a derby. It is. I'm not saying that United.
So I think that's
Liverpool
why United Liverpool is kind of that balance in a sense, right?
It's a more balanced
You've had
fixture.
some great games, you've had some great goals, but you've also got the core of what we want in this rival and this derby.
Yeah.
I don't
think
think you can
that's-
ever say you'll ever be bored watching a North London derby.
No, but I don't think Man United Liverpool, as you mentioned, Rory, is one of the most watched games in the world.
It is.
and that's why people
because
get
they're
drawn to the
because
rivalry.
They're the two biggest teams in the world.
Yeah, for sure. But then that's part of the
So
rivalry.
is
right?
it?
Yeah.
Let's vote. Is it Arsenal Tottenham or is it Manchester United Liverpool?
I'll go North London.
United Liverpool, 100%.
I think if you go with what's a bigger derby in terms of bigger worldwide, then obviously yours. But I think what is a more hatred is North London derby.
I think we might be tired because I think it's Man United Liverpool.
It is Man United Liverpool. Has to be.
If it is derby,
Spurs.
then it's Spurs.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, it's M5.
So
to
we're at a
N17.
tie.
Yeah, but
You're in
it's
different
Manchester,
cities.
Liverpool.
We're in the same
Only
city.
45 minutes on the train.
We're 10 minutes down the road.
45 minutes.
45 minutes on the train.
Rory, you get to decide.
Hey,
on the
that's
train.
like
You're
me-
the great
hey, that's
dictator, Rory.
Chelsea.
That's
Rory,
like
go
me
on.
saying
Do what you
Albion
want to.
Leicester's a derby.
Yeah, Chelsea Swindon. Okay, right. We're at a draw. I'm going to say that Tottenham Arsenal is the one, primarily because of the City thing, and also the history is just mental. Like the way that Arsenal just turned up is crazy. So let's say that it's Tottenham Arsenal, but more importantly than announcing the winner, I think it's a good opportunity to have like a discussion about honourable mentions. So other derbies that have perhaps caught your eye. West Brom Wolves, obviously, very close to your heart. Newcastle
huge.
Sunderland.
That was a great game this season as
Yeah.
well. To consider one of the captains got a punctured lung,
Yeah.
and then the fans.
It was a terrible
Everything.
game.
No, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a real
Terrible.
old school
Worst
game of
games of the
football.
season.
Newcastle were terrible. But
It
yeah.
was.
It's only fun because it was a derby.
Exactly, but that's
And
part
we
of
hadn't-
it.
and we
That's
hadn't
part of
seen-
it. That's
we
why
hadn't
we got
seen it
drawn
for-
to
we hadn't
it.
seen it for
Yeah.
years.
Is that the 90s, that football game? Wasn't it, Rory?
Yeah, I think
The 90s.
yeah, Blues Villa's massive. Albion Wolves, I think, is the only derby in the country. 2 founder members, 2 of the oldest clubs in the country. Our
Gotta be
stadiums are older than most teams in the country. I think it's true. Kick off in the morning. Fans have to get escorted in from the Molyneux to the
Played
Old Firms.
recently, didn't you? Played recently in the car, and there was trouble right in the corner.
Got
It kind of
abandoned
spilt
for
on the
40
pitch.
minutes, yeah, fighting on the pitch.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But
No.
no one cares about it, so it's fine. Blues Villa's absolutely massive, I think. Second City derby. They've had spells where Blues have been probably the better team in the early 2000s or won more games. Then Villa dominated. I think the Saints Pompey's a massive one that people forget about.
Yeah, they have to do that weird bubble into the ground. Like they can't travel on their own.
That's same as Albion Wolves.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Away fans have to go to the
Goes-
home ground and then get escorted in. No alcohol,
Terrible,
no
isn't it?
nothing.
Yeah, no, it's poor. It's poor.
Plymouth Exeter's a massive one to them. I think it's all personal, innit? I think it depends where you're from.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Swansea Cardiff's massive.
Swansea Cardiff.
Bristol City, Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't play each other. That's the
No.
problem with them.
Mm.
I think if they played each other more, but it also depends. Warsaw would be a big one for us, but we never play them, so we don't care about
Would
them.
you care? Would it matter if you got them in a club? Would
No.
Wolves- no. Would they care?
But we should, because
Yeah.
we're 10 minutes down the road.
Yeah. But it's
If,
sometimes when,
if we played them every year for 10 years, then I think after 10 years we'd hate
but
it.
sometimes when
Yeah.
they're 10 minutes down the road, you can actually have a bit of an effect. Like no Chelsea fan.
I know
has
I do.
Fulham
I
as an-
kind of want Warsaw to do well.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
They're
yeah.
in League
You
2.
can have an affection. Yeah, yeah.
But if they was in the Championship, I wouldn't want them
Yeah.
to do well. I think
Yeah. It's I'm trying to think if there's.
so
any
there's a
others.
lot of Albion fans my dad's age who hate Villa more because we never played Wolves growing up. Whereas me growing up, all I know is Wolves. And That's
Yeah.
where I'm from. The Black Country is where I'm brought up. If you're like Birmingham side or West Brom, you hate Villa more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, it's fascinating. I like the derbies and
Millwall, West Ham.
Yeah, Millwall,
Yeah.
West Ham.
Man United, Leeds.
goes.
Oh, we'll see that again.
Chelsea,
actually,
Leeds.
in the
Chelsea, Leeds, Man
Championship.
United, Leeds.
Depends if
Newcastle,
Millwall go up.
Sunderland's a big one, isn't it? It's like got a
Tasty.
great history to it as well.
Who's that?
Newcastle, Sunderland, like the history to it,
Yeah.
is brilliant. Like,
Newcastle,
Proper Barclays
massive.
fixture.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
yeah.
Single cities as well, don't they? That's the thing.
That's
One
good.
of those images. You remember Paolo Di Canio like charging
Oh,
around at
damn.
St James's
Yeah.
Park, the
So
bright
they've
red
got an
tie.
unbelievable record in recent
Didn't they win
years.
5 in a row?
They've got like an
Yeah.
unbelievable record against Newcastle other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the cup game.
Yeah.
Are we saying then that it's actually for eyeballs? It's always going to be Arsenal, Tottenham, and Man United, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, and whatever else. But the reality is, this is more of like a personal. Like the biggest derby in the country is, if you're an Ipswich fan, you don't care about the North London
You
derby.
go
If
to
you're an
Bolton,
Ipswich fan, it's
Bolton,
Norwich.
Blackpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. Preston. Yeah, when Preston played Blackpool.
Preston, sorry, not Bolton.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Preston Blackpool.
Don't kill me.
Preston Blackpool. Some great
Sheffield
graffiti
United,
there.
Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah.
Massive.
Loved that.
It depends where you're from.
Exactly, it's all personal. I don't think, but I think as an outsider, I think North London derby is.
It's just what you'd like
Yeah.
to watch most.
Yeah.
And also-
And obviously an honourable mention to Man United, Liverpool. Just as you said.
Yeah.
Too big.
Get into the comments below, eh, Rory?
I think that's
Decide
the
it.
biggest rivalry, but Spurs, Arsenal, you could say is the biggest derby because I think there is a difference.
Perfectly summed up by Tom Garratt there. There you have it. We can't decide. So you're going to have to go into the comments and let us know what is the best local rivalry in English football and this episode's final one standing. Do you think that we did well with it? Do you think that we got it right? Let us know in the comments, and remember to click the link in the description for your chance to win this week's jackpot in final one standing. Thanks again for watching WHFC. If you want to watch a previous episode, click the video that's on screen now. And if you enjoy the show, then please do click subscribe to the channel to never miss an episode. This show was brought to you by William Hill. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly.